All right, let me check my notes here. Okay.
It's necessary for you to explain yourself, bro.
Hey, man. Man's gotta eat.
Not that much cookies. Look at that.
It's so far.
I'm live.
Cool. What's going on, man? Yeah, I was telling you when I first learned about the 40-day fast, and I could order some of the products. Yeah, I think I was probably around like 390.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I was about around that time, like around that size. Because
So it's safe to say you might have. It's safe to say you might have had a sandwich or two out.
I was just like finding out about things, and I was like, I did the 40-day fast, like you said. And I was out there exercising. Pounds just started coming out.
Wow.
So I had already transitioned into like the vegan lifestyle, but when I heard about the 40, I was like, oh, this sounds like more of what I want to do. Anyway, so I did that. I ordered, I think, the chemiluminescence, and I might have had some ocean steak too at the time.
Bro, when I seen how you was moving, you started to inspire me.
Man, that's good, man.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. You started to inspire me as if the 40-day was your plan, and I was trying to figure, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand what keeps me awake at night. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my drive. When I see that people is, like the benefit. When I see the benefit, that pushed me further. Like, oh, okay, so this is we can do this. It's happening. You know what I'm saying? And then each person.
Because like we've been doing it like off and on, like, and so now I just like came up with the one that we just had, and I've been telling my mama and like her friends and stuff about it. So I'm trying to get them on. I said I'm about to do another one. But anytime I do it, I be trying to gather as many people as I can to do it, like, so they can all get the same effects. Right.
So let me ask you this: as somebody that has done the more strict version of the 40-day fast, where you have the 5 different, dietary plans every 8 days, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Versus the newer, relaxed version, Let's go, Lock.
Well, I'm from the Bronx, but I live in the D now, of course, with the, Detroit.
You went from the Bronx to Detroit.
Bronx to Detroit. On 58th Street.
You was trying to keep it hood.
I wrote this textbook.
It's gonna be a lecture.
This textbook, yeah. So
Go ahead, do it.
You start getting into the herbs.
My daughter had got run over by a car. She was 4 years old, and they said she would never walk again. Her neck was broken and her back was broken in 3 places of spine. And I kind of took over where the doctors couldn't fill in. The accident happened August 28th. I had her back walking again, maybe that March.
Councilman Scott, one of his endeavors is to bring health to Peekskill for our students, our residents, our seniors, and everyone in Peekskill. So council has taken on the initiative as well, and we want to make sure that all of our residents are healthy. So today we're kicking off Peekskill's health initiative.
Another great day in Peekskill on a beautiful sunny day. We want to welcome you, as the mayor just said, and we're here on beautiful Brown Street in front of the historic Paramount Theater to begin our health initiative and get healthy Peekskill. That's what we're aiming to do here. So we hope you can join us on our many events that are going to be happening for a healthy initiative. Thank you. Councilman Bassett.
Well, we all need a little help in our lives, and Lord knows Peekskill is the place to do it. We've got lots of trails and parks and places to be healthy with all the information you're going to bring to us. It's only going to help us do better for ourselves and for our families. So thank you for this, and with the council, we're happy to be here. Lord knows I could use a little help here, but anyway, to help.
Yes, and I just want to thank you guys again for supporting the initiative. You know, this is a historic moment for Peekskill. You know, this is the first time I can think of that, you know, a municipality is taking the steps to not just talk it, but, you know, actually walk it when it comes to public health. You know, so, you know, I'm excited for this initiative, and I hope you guys are ready. You know, let's get Peekskill fit. Let's go.
So folks, not only look forward to today, but look forward to other events that'll be happening where we're bringing healthy opportunities, not only food-wise, exercise, trails, but really just using the resources that we have here within the city. So thank you for joining us.
Cut the rest of the
That would help. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so I'm watching Reeves in my TV. I see the first plane hit the tower. Run down to my second oldest daughter's school. Grab her out of school. I got a tummy on my neck. You know, little strappy thing. So, I run down to the school, grab Abby, grab Tony, and I get back. The second tower had just got hit. At the time, we were living directly across the street from Montefiore on Main Bridge and Gun Hill Road in Bronx. They had tanks, paramilitary, like just crazy stuff. So I'm like, okay, we got it. So anyway, we decided to move, go to Georgia, sunshine, trees. So my neighborhood, that night, we had a little get together, little drinks. That morning I woke up. My cousin came to the house to help me pack and I had a seizure. The seizure so hard that my heart stopped. And I was dead for about half a minute. And that is kind of the real story of where this all comes from. So I had to heal myself before there was an end of the story and all the other stories started with me. Fast forward, now mind you, I didn't have never at the time that happened. Fast forward a few years. My wife had the children in New York. I'm still in Georgia. For some reason, she decided it's a good idea to let them take themselves back and forth to school across the Bronx. Anyway, a nurse got her home for a 3-day shift, falls asleep at the wheel, runs over all 3 of my daughters. Now, was mad that it wasn't time to flex my anger because, you know, we were playing old school. You know, the man walking on the outside, the woman on the inside. It was all men or all women, all this on the outside, always the youngest on the inside. This one day, they happen to do it exactly the opposite way. So Amber, who's like 4, is on the outside. Then Tony, who's 7, is on the inside. And then Anna's the old, about 13 at the time, she's all the way on the inside. And so Amber took the brunt of the hit, the smallest one, and the baby seat. So when she hit all the children, what was my children? She like ran, it was like 3 and a half, when the children come home from school. She ran onto the sidewalk. So if she hear all the screaming, she wakes up. And she wants to get down, takes the break. And she's hitting the dance. Oh my God. So her neck was broken, her spine was broken in 3 places, my lower foot. Her pelvis was completely crushed, her left leg was crushed, her left foot was crushed. We had, you know, when birds like that happens, they kind of just grab, go over the ambulance to the closest place. Ooh. Let me tell you this story, but I don't really be seeing it in my mind. So right now, I'm like back in the horizon with a bird in my hand and telling me, you know, this is my room, man. Always okay. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get high. You're like, we're gonna close to the left. I said, yeah. This way you I left. Get to the hospital. I'm raising King at the hospital because, you know, they're not really doing anything. They have on ICU. They're not really dealing with the trauma. They're not the inflammatory, the domino effect. So anyway, we switched hospitals twice. We wound up at Columbus Hospital, I think it is, or Columbia Hospital on Broadway in Washington, and at the time the best pediatrics or trauma in the northeast corner of the country. And this is a guy from the Bronx, and I stayed in the ICU with her the whole time. Eventually, they start seeing me coming in, dripping these little drops of liquid in the mouth. Then I start arguing with the people coming back and forth. And I'm trying to take blood every 20 minutes. Right? That's okay. The same as blood accident. So I know how much blood you need to test anything. You know the whole value with a zillion tests. You need to get 1,000 pounds of blood. Blood is the whole key to rebuilding the bone. You keep snatching the blood out of somebody with wrong bones, and you're not going to get to the. So, anyway, fast forward, it has to happen all this weekend so we can get to this information. Right? I had her back in school with friends. Not in 6 weeks. I wish it was 6 weeks. 6 months. And she graduated college. Now she's engaged and she's pregnant, which the doctor said she made a super recovery. That's the one thing that I never knew until, well, just January. Yeah. They were like, yo, this is a miracle. We got her back together again, but we don't know if she's all the way back together again because her family was crushed when she was, a kid. So they were like, no, this one needs to complicate when she wants to, or if she wants to have it. So that is the inception of Dr. Enqi. Now, the reason why it's important to tell you the story is because and just to show y'all that movie, because a lot of people are engaged in a game of words with people's lives. You're debating things. Hey, does this medicine really work? Does the herbs really work? You'll never know until you do the work. Because my biggest problem is that I run into people who are skeptical of alternative health, but afraid of mainstream health. So that means you sick, you hurt, you got mental issues, and you're just. Or you might spend more time looking up how to cook videos than how to heal videos. Right? Then we see people third category, they ignore their health, they'll come down on their knees. Guess what? I'm going to the hospital, get my medication, I'm going to eat, I'm getting some of this thing. The girl around the corner from her sister said she been using this cord that she got with her own cousin in Arkansas. I'm here to fix that or eat herb medication and just right. You just mixing a bunch of everything into your body. And you don't even know how the body works. Love it. I met a brother yesterday in the youth walk. Youth doctor. Wife said, no, anything. That's not the science part. That's the how-to science part. You didn't see any science part for 15 years. You ain't ever seen me actually get the boat to go get the herbs. You heard me say for 15 years of homeschool. You ain't never seen me do the homeschool. So that is what I can see. But what happens in here is going to determine everything. Because you can't tell somebody who's experienced healing anything. So the point always telling these stories is you can't debate me on whether it makes sense. I've experienced it. Myself, and my daughter, and other people. I'm literally only on this stage because of me healing Rob's mom. When we told Rob's mom she only had a few weeks to live, years ago, before healing the juice bar. That's what he opened the juice bar. Experience when he saw, he felt the healing sin. You ain't going out. I told my mom, blink. Accidentally on the phone, you still there? Oh, yeah? Yeah, my bad. My mom right there. I've been cracking up my life. You can hang up on me forever because you're my mom. I know she went out of her mind because of what we did almost 10 years ago together. We just want to understand how important the information is. Alright. So look, he's high right here. Now step back and look at the jar. That's good. Then she hustled, never better. My students was in his house though, teaching his family how to eat. This is what I'm saying. Each one teach one. That's how we reach one. I didn't intend on this. You can hear the diction, you can hear the rough, you can hear the slang. I ain't never going nowhere. I didn't plan on this. I was cool at Verizon. Some of y'all got issues with politicians. I got issues with microphone. Well, we need 90,000 years, so more old ladies. Oh, Lord. I was old Verizon. Music thing on the side. This was not in my soul. Oh, my Lord, I had to go in my kitchen to rap and be a father. Because it's not the doctor's job to heal the lady. That's your lady. It's not the teacher's job to teach your lady. It's your babies. Everybody wants to do with you. You got the whole line. Every bit of glucose and or ATP has to be registered by the melanin systems of proper time, balance, and synchronicity of the 100,000 chemical reactions taking place in these cells every second. Okay, bring it back anyway. There are a lot of chemical reactions passing on our brains that really fully understand happening every second, simultaneously in each one of the cells of your body. And the only way that that can happen is with instant communication. Guess what the problem is, guys? The problem with these diseases come from is because there's a breakdown in the communication between cells. But I didn't see any of this in the textbook, the science books. Meaning, how many of us know that we have iron in our blood? Matter of fact, we hear our voices going. Yeah. The three people go. Yeah. How many of us know that iron is magnetic? Yes. Okay, what does magnetism do in your blood? Do you see how that went? Do you see how that went? That was just a quick, easy test on how this thing works here. How many people have ever heard of melanin is odorant?
Yes.
Melanin does what?
It absorbs light and
then what does the light do that it absorbs?
uses it as energy.
Converts it into
energy.
Come on. I know some guys are ready to argue. See, none of this is in textbooks. In textbooks that I was reading on biochemistry, they said that water was a waste product of cellular respiration. On a planet that's all water, beings that are water-based, their production of energy has nothing to do with water. So these are all the things that drove my curiosity. Period. Just my scientific mind. I didn't have to learn this. They got a good intro. They got a good intro.
I'm like, oops. We stop it right here.
Yes, this was.
Okay.
Netflix, Amazon. Why? Y'all probably didn't pay attention, but there was a little slick little pieces in that last documentary where there are herbs that many people don't know. They don't really understand how many people have membership in scientific journals come to their house? Yeah, that's right. So we don't know. But what I'm saying is when you meet people out in public, they go out down like if they're Bronx. Like, bro, what is there? You show me a membership or somewhere. What is happening right now? Right? Oh, yeah, they think I was going to bring the shower, folks. How many of us see these things? Scam. Photoshop. Completely Photoshop, but you can't go to this link and purchase. Oh, bro. Why I show those things? Because it's important to understand that I'm not telling you to just not throw it out there. That's why I'm saying education is first. How many of you see the large selection of products and books and t-shirts and things that I brought to sell to you them? Exactly. I didn't bring anything to sell. Because this is not about a dollar for me.
We were looking forward to buying something though.
I just want to give you life. So, in the books, he might be a haplotype. This is the foundational protocol. Now, leave this up here. Can't video, but can't take a quick picture or write these things down if you want. So that's you can do your highest form of scrutiny on these things and look them up and see how they affect you. How magnesium changes diabetes body. Essential fatty acids in your elbows and ankles and wrists. Plant-based, I'll be honest. Plant-based does not guarantee you to be healthy. You can still be impotent, have cancer, diabetes, and all that on a plant-based diet. I'm not vegan because I'm in love with animals. I'm not vegan. I'm anti-vegan. Switch up better. That loves. I wear leather stuff, person. I'm not down vegan. I don't eat animals because I'm interested in saving meat. Not that I'm interested in saving the lions. Lions gotta save lions. See, look, I gotta save them. And by extension, I have to deal with the world they're gonna grow in. So, this is in the book. We got the picture time, we got the notes time, all that good stuff. A lot of y'all have this. That's not what we came to talk about that. When you get the book, though, the way I teach, very different than holistic healers of naturopaths and herbal. Everything I say, I make sure has already been thoroughly vetted and validated by science. So by the time you hear it from me, you just say it. Here's the deal. So these here are all of the articles supporting the protocol following the diabetes. Just to give an example, because I have a bunch of protocols in the book, so I want to show people how to properly research one. Because a lot of people think they know what research is, and they're not researching. You're Googling. Now let me explain what that means. When you type in a Google search, all those links are the actual people in research. You're not doing research by clicking their link, you're reading their research. qualitative, quantitative, mixed methods. In the book, I was not saying, or at the teach folks what research is. So people, oh, not research, not saying I need to. Like, what? It's not research. Anyway, we also have a breakdown of how sugar affects various areas of the brain. They did a very comprehensive study all about the prison system in America, and they've already demonstrated from Sunday to Sunday that sugar is the main driving food substance behind violence. 90+% of all violent arrests are all sugared up. Sugar up. How's that thing sugar up? Yeah. It's called sugar. You forgot that alcohol is pure sugar. We forgot alcohol is pure sugar. That's not what it does. It's fatty liver disease, that's we diabetes. Well, the same sugar. Our children. These studies have already been done. ADD, ADHD. We love you, move on, but there's no homework plan that's going to override the artificial sweeteners on your child's brain. OPD, MSG. Let's just go home and look up the story of MSG. I didn't have time for it. And pre-diabetic sugar. Conduct disorder. There's no way for a child to behave in school after you gave him frosty flakes at 7 o'clock in the morning. He's going to have a 90-minute sugar rush, and then he's going to turn into the most aggressive, angry little thing you've ever seen. How do I know? I know. But I also opened a school in Detroit. I opened a school in Detroit. I teach other folks, baby. But just like the sentence, I'm black, so black folks don't trust black folks. We need no black folks here, so they'll bring their kids to high school. They bring us the children that got 2 top brothers. I think I'm all able to do that. I love to say, just don't feed the breakfast no more. I'll feed the babies. Breakfast on me. Everything else on me. Right. So, we aim to generate a hypothesis, a pigment and fiber-based diet tailored to your specific lifestyle is the solution to our health, and its absence is the cause of metabolic disease. Now, let me ask you a question. How many of us have never heard the phrase processed food?
Yes.
Yes.
2 people. Third. Let's try that one more time. How many of us have ever heard of processed food?
Yes.
Well, these are the only things that's processed out. Fiber and pigment. Say, man, it just dawned on me one day. They keep talking so breezy and reckless about processed food. Why don't we just find out what they took out of it and put it out? I was like, oh, wow. Then I started going down this rabbit hole. And I started going through the studies that I did with the fast, and I find some things out. I got to do with my people. Say, listen, man. Yesterday's doctor ain't today's doctor. I know y'all ready to try the job I did. Y'all ready to try the job I did. If your doctor don't look like old Santa Claus, you're disappointed. It's all right. That's why we have to get it back and sing. There you go. Yesterday's doctor. Yesterday's doctor ain't today's doctor. Right? Now, y'all think I did this, but I just felt like I needed to show y'all this. This is what makes me weird, I think. bi-weekly survivor. Wild, crazy guy, but he was always vegan. That was the first example I got of a vegan besides Fat Boys. We did that movie, Disorderlies, and the big dark skin with like the little maid, and she made it eat grass. Anyway, so, but I like this. I was like, okay, vegan. It's okay to be vegan and be black and be in the hood. I'm like, okay, we'll figure this thing out. I'll find it, so we'll figure it out. All right. You have to be able to defend yourself to be different. See, that's why a lot of people are pushing in the same direction. Oh, you want to start eating? What you think you better than me? You can't. Why not? Now, the next guy. The next guy is another genius of holistic health that inspired me. I'm talking about alkaline microbiome master. Man, pioneer of matter structured water.
We swam in raw sewage, down to cool off. No one ever got polio. No one ever. You know why? Because we swam in raw sewage. We got the immune systems. The polio never had a prayer. We were tempered in raw shit.
That was my first introduction to probiotics. That was a microbiome joke. See, a lot of times we let the way people package things, phrase things, and then they couple some profanity in there so they can hit you in the gut. Because you get passionate about whether they want to trade LeBron or whether they want to trade Westbrook. But you're not get passionate about this information. And you need it. This is me. I grew up like this. We seen kids get kidnapped every day, rats and kill folks away, getting back. The game knowledge today was rats and rocks in the 70s, 80s. Accountability. A self-account of our self-account leaves us questioning our accountability with a self-account of our self-account should expound on our fragility and our potentials on accountability. Life is a game of numbers. Tonight we're going to have a mathematics conversation. Metabolism is mathematics. We are not playing pure, just playing numbers. We aim to generate a hypothesis, bigger than life. Based diet, tailored to your specific lifestyle, is the solution to our health and its action is the cause of metabolic disease. We have helped over 100,000 people in just over 11 years. These are our promotion responders. I got the name. Lunchtime again, Fit for Life, personal training, smart hip hop, Mr. G Photo, Fly Track Gumbo, Urban Nerve Foundation, Victor Bowman, Child Support Fraud, NPR Inc., PK Blitz, the Urban Conservative, Juvenile Radio, Mind Club, and Tabby, and we still looking for some folks. So, big body exposed, we got a few. Medical doctors are versus naturalists. That is a lie. Herbalists and naturopathic doctors work with medical and surgical doctors all the time. We need the folks with the clinics and the grants to do the research. So we have scientific journals, full articles, etc., etc. If my kids slip and fall on a skateboard and bust their head, need 15 stitches, I'm not going to run a record on it. They go to emergency. Right? And 98% of all of your medications that you're taking are plant-based. That's why it's important for you to say these things. Because people say, oh, you can't do nothing with no herbs. Ooh, I can't do nothing with no diabetes. I'm taking my metformin and doing just fine. Yeah, but metformin is a French Malax. Metformin is a lung extract. That's herbs. Right now, look at that. Matter of fact, I got smartphones. Stop seeing recording and check and see if metformin comes from French Malax. So, tonight is about bipartisanship. Us working together. Right? Cops, problems. Democrats and Republicans, melanocytes and white blood cells, bloods and crips. Yeah. Cowboys and Indians. Ebony and Ivory, KKK, NOI, right? You see, and then the biggest one we got to realize, diabetes is the #1 apex predator on earth. There is nothing that has killed more than diabetes. See, no, this is just wrong. Cancer. What do you think is the #1 poison? It's heart disease. Heart disease alone. It is a little heart disease. He said, no, see, that's all wrong. It's rare disease, no, killer. Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. Bruh. Alzheimer's is now diabetes type 3. So the brain disease, the heart disease, the cancer. All coming from this guy. So, some of the things I just gotta say so I know what he said. So I know when you leave here, you've heard some things. We have a nationwide baby formula shortage. Super disturbing to me. Because there's no highlighting of baby formula shortage in a universe where the breast is making enough food for the baby. See, only when our women lose the ability to make milk in their breasts does there now need to be a nationwide worry about whether we can still give power and order to the kid. Huh? So we can't make babies, we can't, if we do make babies, we can't make them milk. Right? And we got folks that have GMO. Are you GMO? Right? I mean, think about it. How many people are taking synthetic fertilizers? IVF babies. Like little pools in the purse. They just go in the purse. I think I want to be one of them too. Woo! See that? Every 7 seconds, a person dies of diabetes. Every 7 seconds. And every minute, they produce 120 bags of sugar in Louisiana. I said, man, those are some crazy numbers. We got a job. All right, so let's look at diabetes treatment. Obesity, leads us to pre-diabetes, diabetes, type 2 diabetes, shout out to fatty liver disease. But what many people don't know is that type 2 diabetes becomes type 1 diabetes. That's where the trick comes in. Type 1 diabetes used to be children's diabetes. Type 2, adult onset.
Then it got a little complicated, so we changed it up. Type 1 diabetes is insulin dependent. Type 2 diabetes, insulin independent. Change it up again. Now there's a thing called, before we get there, now there are 3 forms of type 1 diabetes. 3. Alright? Then you have pre-diabetes and type 2 diabetes. So now how many forms of diabetes is that? Pre-diabetes, type 2 diabetes, type 1 diabetes in children, type 1 in teens, type 1 in adults. Adults are now getting type 1 ones. That's 5 different types of diabetes. And all 5 of those types of diabetes can become brittle diabetes, which is another form of diabetes. How many of us heard of 6 types of diabetes? This scientific journal thing, we're talking about earlier. Now, 6 types, not even mention what? Gestational diabetes yet. That's another one. Then you have Alzheimer's, type 3 diabetes. Then you have type 3C diabetes, which is pancreatic failure. That's what we're going to talk about a lot tonight because that's playing a big role in how people are actually getting type 2 diabetes. Because you actually have 2 different pancreas. Look at it. I look at it. It's complicated. Right? But you also have mitochondrial diabetes. Then you have hemochromatosis, which is a kind of diabetes because the nitrogen is pulling a high amount of cells, pushing it into the tissues. And then, I swear I will stop. I said, diabetes is tuberculosis. Diabetes tuberculosis? Tuberculosis is back. From snack time? You know, look these up. But I'll tell you one thing. Ain't there nothing gonna kill me. Many things contribute to diabetes. All of these things contribute to your risk factors. We want to eliminate risk factors. I check the numbers. All we know. About here, we want to check the numbers. Anybody know what this is? Anybody? Come on,
Thyroid?
Close. Thymus. The thymus is where the T cells are taught. They're trained. They're raised like babies. They come in there, babies with the book bag on, little students. They go to the thymus. The thymus has to teach those T cells what is a part of your body, what's not a part of your body. So the T cells know what to attack, what not to attack. Thymus is a bad teacher. You might have all in situation. Right next to it is what's called a sirtuin. Sirtuins are things that actually prepare the tissue to gland, the organs, etc. in your body. How many of us have heard sirtuins? Yes.
Yeah.
1.
No, yes.
2, 3. Try to tell me what? Sirtuins.
Yes.
Okay, so really this all right. So these are the things that actually institute healing in your body. And there's only one substance that I know of that stops them. It's sugar.
Wow.
Sugar stops your body from metabolizing tryptophan. Tryptophan is what becomes NAD. NAD is the electron carrier and it's also the activator of your sirtuins. Now your sirtuins also have to catch all of the defects from your DNA replication every day. You have 10,000 of those mistakes every day. Each one of those mistakes, just in case you don't know, produces a cancer cell. So your body has to catch the mistake, or
it has to chase down the cancer cell. The more sugar you eat, the less active the sirtuins are. The more cancer cells escape. The more mistakes you have with that DNA replication. These are the guys. Sirtuins, histones. Look at it. Look at it. Astragalus root. Who has ever heard of astragalus root? Nobody. Okay. It's an herb from China. It's an adaptogen. It has been through clinical trials on 3 continents. And it has been proven that astragalus improves the thymus ability to educate and produce these compounds, which helps the thymus cells educate your T cells. Now guess what? Well, what's going on? I got that what is that there? I don't know. How much vitamin A do you get? How many people check their ketchup out and see how much vitamin A is in their ketchup? See, these are little pet peeves I want to sell you some herbs. I don't trust you. I don't see that. Hey, what did you eat for lunch? I had a cheeseburger with some ketchup, what did you get there? What is it? What's in the ketchup? Tomatoes go bad on my counter in a day. Ketchup can last forever. So, what's in ketchup? Oh, I know what it's good like. I'm not going to. Because now I know this ain't about me, it's about your perception of you. We don't respect our genius or our greatness. So when people don't respect you in that capacity, you got to take it as a compliment. Like, okay, I know. I get what you see. I know what's your plan. Vitamin D. How many of us experience stress daily? Yes. Well, I'm only for me and you. Yes. So, vitamin C and all of your B vitamins are water-soluble vitamins. Water-soluble vitamins leave your body every time you get stressed. Homocysteine starts to flare up and bone biology. Calcium, iron, zinc, selenium, magnesium, all these nutrients, earth, all these things you see at the top are responsible for the thymus being able to produce these compounds and educate your T cells. How many of us have had our phycocyanobilin building today?
So what? What's that?
Boom.
What was that? Right.
That's my So, this is the next step from plant-based. Plant-based is not, it's almost the same as if you want to get to the meat and meat. Seriously, it's not about what you're doing, it's how you do it. Polygonal, multifloral. This is a herb that I use all the time. It's the only herb proven in clinical trials, like 5 different continents, that turns melanogenesis on instantly. Melanogenesis is a precursor for neurogenesis. How many of us can use another brain cell?
Oh, yeah.
I just asked it. It's okay.
No.
I really know. It's all right. How many brain cells? But if you want to add your brain cell to what I'm just saying, right? Now, cancer patients, people that know people that might have cancer sooner or later. This is not from Dr. Enqi. He said clinical trials have been done that these 2 herbs can protect your vital organs during chemo. These are the type of things that we're talking about when doctors of all sorts comes together. Because that's what people with real money have. I guarantee you, LeBron is not going to the naturalist or the medical doctor when he comes down with something.
he has the whole staff. Chiropractor, chef, nutritionist, natural guy, medical guy, surgical guy. Then he might get even specific. Knee guy, and guy. It's not right. I want the best. I want the best. When you build it, each thing you build requires different tools. I want the best. So what we did was we matched the nutrients for various herbs, vitamins, and minerals to create the cellular dialogue that we wanted. Huh? Every single thing you eat, back to those chemical reactions, back to that communication, every single thing you eat creates something in a cell. An action. The cell has to talk about that in all the other cells so that they know they know. I learned how to control this conversation. When I learned what inflammation was, because my mind don't let me rest on things. Inflammation, what's inflammation? You know what I'm saying? Like I used to today, I'm about to go get something to mess you up. Well, go get it then. You gonna keep scaring me up every day? Go get it. Inflammation will get you way out. Who are you with? Right? About all the interleukins. I don't know. Fights against interleukins, cytokines, hormones, neurotransmitters. All of these are the words, the language, the things that cells use, and other things that you think about. Now let's unravel type 1 diabetes. Here is the numbers. Remember, we said we're going to deal with the numbers tonight. We just want to move some numbers over. Because that's what you've heard about diabetes in the last 100 years, right? It's a bunch of risk factors, combinating up. We're not really sure, but we know they're there. So I'm playing the game too. Okay, let's get in there. Start eliminating one by one. So there's 3 things. Give you a diagnosis, then you knock off one of those things. I mean, 3 things, give you a diagnosis, and you just focus on one. Now, I think we're one of these things. Right? Before we react, we have to understand them. So, here are the genes. HLA, DQ81, DQB1, and DRB1. These are the guys that they say type 1 diabetes folks. These are the guys that blame. Red hair. And they say that I'm just kidding. So that's the problem right there. See that red? Only 5% of the people with these genetic variations get type 1 diabetes. Huh? Like, I love this on earth. How did we let people tell us for 100 years that these 3 genes cause type 1 diabetes, but only 5% of the people with those genes get type 1 diabetes? And now you gotta see how it's not a early, right? See, this is a math conversation. We need to do some math in here. If I take out 5%, then what's that? 95. No. No, wait, listen. If I take out 5% from something, 95%. Okay.
We're here with you, ain't we? We're here.
Oh, you know what? The genes, it actually has to be an environmental factor to activate the genes. See, here's the holistic coming right in. What's that environmental factor? Because we can eliminate him. We need to find him. We need a description. We need what the police with APB. We need an APB and a one sign. Put up. Woo. Environmental factor right here. You see him on your street. Do not be nice. All right. Glutamine at position 70, HLA, DRB1, alanine, blah, blah. Here's what we know for sure. And we're going to look a little deeper into it, like I said.
two different pancreatic tissues. To me, that is where the biggest problem with confusion starts. No one discusses that. People walking around with diabetes. Hey, what do you know about diabetes? Oh, I got diabetes. I don't know about it. Why did I take that insulin? Okay, well, what else do you know about it? What do you know is that sugar? Okay. What else do you know about it? I take my medicine. Oh, that's what I'm saying. You don't know anything about this thing. So the pancreas has two types of tissues. Exocrine tissue and an endocrine tissue. Guess how much of the pancreas' tissue actually produces insulin? Come on, it's math. Don't die. It's math tonight. Percentage, folks, how much?
50.
No.
5.
Yes. The pancreas' main job is not insulin. 95% of their pancreatic tissue is to produce alkalizing compounds to keep you safe from the food that you're eating. That's how the poisons get neutralized. It's the pancreas. Now, the more of that sludge you put in there, the more the pancreas has to neutralize it. You ain't even getting to the blood. Forget blood. Ain't no sugar, no blood, listen nowhere. We right here still in the stomach. No portal vein, no, we right here. Pancreas has to handle all that. And the more overloaded that exocrine tissue gets, you get out of inflammation. Once we get out of inflammation, we now have our environmental factor. Yeah. See, it's just not a forced environmental factor, it's a voluntary one. You know, I feel the blood in your head in the morning. Get that frosty flakes to the knockout down. Let's get that 2 liter ready. Everybody got to this month. That was all you. Well, what we do about these kids, how we show these kids money? Throw away everything in the refrigerator, it'll be fine. Huh? They don't know how to eat. Well, what makes you think they eat every day? Yeah. See, I think that's right. Nobody loves Dr. Here. We all eat each other. What's that problem? Okay. I'm off my COVID for today. That's it. Just get a little bit. I'm off my COVID. Okay. Smoking, alcohol. French fries and potato chips. My guy Osborne, he lives right in here. French fries and potato chips and then soft drinks. These guys alone, right here, these guys alone are enough to create that environmental factor that the pancreas love so much. Third, and then we have these guys. My body just don't feel like it used to. Can we all say intramyocellular lipids?
Intramyocellular lipids.
That is fat from, well, we come from plants, but that comes from saturated fat in a person that doesn't exercise. And this is the type of fat that builds up in your cells and blocks the cell receptors from functioning. Blocks the cell receptors from functioning specifically in regards to bringing in glucose. Because you've already got a big hunk of welfare cheese sitting in the cell. Now y'all might not have no welfare cheese. I have my welfare cheese stuff. Welfare cheese was That is insurance. Once that builds up in your cell, it's a wrap. And then we got these guys. We're going to talk more about the star cells in a minute. The white blood cells might have been getting blamed for killer cells that they might have to kill. Might be another cell in there. Alright? Now here's another piece I want to highlight. We're going to go. Loss of innervation. All this inflammation causes the nerves from the brain and spine to have to attach to all your organs and tissues to tell you what to do. Remember, conversation, right? They have to be attached to the phone lines. Phone lines and nervous system. When you lose nerves, you start to become disconnected. You start to become other than the body. You start to follow your own blueprint because you ain't getting information from the body. So you got to fill in the blanks. Type 2. Number 1%. Ethnicity. What? Sister say, wait, that's the project. What project right now? They made sure I videotape the folks in the projects so that it can be on the record that every person I invited, I told them they could come free and bring as many folks as they could find. Why? This is something that got to come from inside. If I don't find people, I don't find something. I need somebody that will heal. If you want to heal, you find me. I ain't hard to find me. Alright? This is to be simple. Fat stomach. Woo. That's the super reason right there. You don't need a doctor for that. No medical bill. Go to the bathroom, stand in the mirror, pull up your shirt. You can examine yourself. Impaired glucose metabolism. Now that's a little bit more difficult, but I'll tell you how you do it. If every time you eat you have to go to the bathroom, chances are you have an impaired glucose metabolism. Because your muscles are not metabolizing the glucose and the insulin, your lymphatic system steps in to wash it all out and get it out of the way. Because insulin is the creator of cancer cells. Have you heard? Cancer cells. How do cancer cells kill? Cancer cells kill because they starve the other cells. We never put 2 and 2 together. How do cells eat? Insulin tells them when to eat. So if cancer cells are eating more than the regular cells, it's because the cancer cells have more insulin receptors. And how do we build up all those insulin receptors? By eating too much. It's just simple. When you eat, your body produces compounds to break down things you eat. Insulin, AMPK, carbo. It takes about 4 or 5 hours to go down after you eat. Most of us don't take that long to eat. We're going to have us a little juice, a little pop, a little chips, a little something, 2 hours. But what happens? At the end of your cycle, it's not just the insulin and glucose that goes away. It's actually the insulin receptors that also go away, because insulin receptors are not an intrinsic part of the outside of your membrane. The insulin receptors also come, like the insulin, when the meal comes. So when you eat the glucose, your body assesses, okay, this is what we need. Let's get some receptors out there in the game. Let's get some insulin out there. Let's get rid of that glucose. But when you don't give your body a chance to get rid of the receptors, they're still there. And you eat again, more receptors. And you eat again, more receptors. And you eat again, more receptors. Now, one of them greedy cells will say, let me get one of those. It ain't sorry. Alright, glycogen storage. Let me tell you how we build glycogen storage. You don't need any divided products for glycogen storage. body 12 hours at night with no food. Why? Okay, very simple. We want to get rid of the sugar in our blood. Blood sugar. We want to lower it down, keep it. Here's the problem with that. All of the fat cells are low in sugar. That's obesity. But we can't get rid of the fat until we get rid of what's beneath the fat, keeping the fat, which is the blood sugar. We can't get rid of the blood sugar until we get rid of what's beneath the blood sugar, that's the glycogen that's already in your cells in your liver. We got a program. Sun comes up, we wake up, go to work, do our thing, maybe we meet somebody, do a little magic, whatever, make a thing. We're supposed to go to sleep at 9 to the clock and stop eating around 7. Wake back up, do it again. Ladies, you're supposed to be a little sensitive in your levels. Guys, you're supposed to wake up with a salute. If those two things don't happen, you're dead. Don't wait for something to. You're a man, you wake up and say, oh, going to tell the folks, don't let me catch up with you, you go catch up with him. Vitamin A. Oh, God. Vitamin A. Vitamin A is a pigment, like vitamin D. And vitamin A might be the most important vitamin in this whole story. Might be the most important vitamin in this whole story. But your liver is what determines your fasting glucose levels. Take care of glycogen, the non-inflammatory. It determines how much fat builds up in the pancreas. When fat in the liver and the pancreas dissipates. So it's diabetes symptoms. So if you need 2 symptoms, if I get rid of 2 symptoms, I still, okay, figure out. All right, proof that sugar causes scar cells. Scar cells. Okay, who is that? Gotta deal with it. I'm not the only person that heard Dr. Mendel say something about dominant genes, recessive genes when I was in school. Now, I might be the only one that was confused because I'm like, wait, you didn't say that Africans had dominant genes? How is it that, oh, black folks I know got the shortest lifespan? How you got dominant genes and short lifespans? Dominant genes and you're supposed to live long. How you got dominant genes and you live in short? How you got dominant genes and you got a 200% higher risk factor of diabetes than anybody else? I don't know. Everybody has, just anybody really has to live. You might need some work. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. It's not the protein, it's not the meat. It's you. Some people might be mad about this one. It's okay. We gotta deal with it. We have to talk about protein. Now, before we get to protein, I gotta get you on time. What time is it? This is phytic acid. Very confused YouTube researchers that don't really understand phytic acid say that this is an anti-nutrient. It robs nutrients from your body, blah, 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 blah. First thing, we'll read this. Protein. The number one thing that you need for protein. It's not plants, it's not animals. It is exercise. You need exercise for protein. You can't eat it. What problem is that? You have to have a protein or amino
have to have at least 4 amino acids to meet them. We have this idea in our mind that we just need protein, so we chase it. No, they said we need protein. How much protein? 2 grams of body fat, and then we at home, we don't do no exercise. And when we go on YouTube to get advice, where we going to get advice from? Ron Cole. We going to get advice from somebody that work out 11 hours a day and take every steroid you can buy. And we don't exercise or we can take vitamins. We don't take vitamin D. We don't even go out in the sun. We only talk about vitamin stuff inside. That's an indoor conversation. We got to go outside talking about some of this stuff, but then we got to prove it. And after 5 minutes, we got a headache. White, yellow, brown, black, red, black. So, the first thing you need to understand is your protein deficit. Why do you need a protein deficit, Doc? Because protein turns into sugar. That's the trick. There is no, oh, well, I'm just going on protein. Oh, no, I'm keto. I'm on this keto, and the keto. That's not healing, keto. Keto high. I'm not higher. I want to fight. Keto high. The most things you need to understand about protein is that you need a protein deficit. Your protein intake, whether it's plant-based or animal, should be coupled with your lifestyle. If you don't exercise, you don't need no protein. Knock it off. Now, how should we eat the protein? This is a good one. This is important. You have to have all protein with phosphorus. Phosphorus is what neutralizes the acids from the meat, or the protein, I would say. The only difference between animal protein really and plant protein is that plant protein comes in loaded with phytic acid. So from the metabolizing of your protein, your amino acids, ammonia, you produce ammonia, you produce sulfuric acid, no matter whether you're eating hemp or whether you're eating chicken. But the hemp is going to have the phosphorus that neutralizes the acid so you get what you want, just the aminos. Whereas with the chicken, you're going to get the chicken, you're going to get the seasoning, and you're going to get some of that ammonia, some of that, and you're going to get some sulfur and ammonia in it too. Alright? Now what do? With the phytic acid, onion, low vitamin C, like garlic, you eat garlic, like when we close to the Bronx, it's crazy. Get it out. Start smoking garlic and I'm close to home.
Where do you hear that part about garlic?
No need for garlic.
Oh, okay.
I do like garlic. I ain't putting garlic in my cereal. Bronx, great. Have that for a little while. Wow, crazy. Look, garlic, what's that garlic sauce in the Spanish? Then they got that coconut. Woo! Great. But this is the big bully, right? This is what we do. Now, beef, we're going to deal with the big bully first. Right? And who is the big bully? Right? Y'all can't see it, it's up there. Yeah, I do. No. The beta cells. Ha 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 ha. You see, the doctors and the healers both have a pretty decent understanding of what's going on with diabetes. It's these beta cells. We start figuring them out. These things over here. Beta carotene. How many of us are already beta carotene? Anybody?
Yes. Yes.
Alpha carotene? Anybody?
Yep.
No. These are pigments.
are the pigments that you need in your body on a regular basis. We got to go from plant-based to a higher level of plant-based. Or whatever. But we got to start putting these nutrients in our body specific to what the function we specifically want from them. I see a few people's eyes light up at the end of the documentary when we had Mount Sinai right there, and they showed we made some discoveries. Made some discoveries where they have discovered the compounds that now regrow beta cells. So what did I do? Let me get that there. And now let me find the plants that y'all get these compounds from. And so that's what we have been doing. The plant-based, harmony, GLP-1 agonists, beta superfamily inhibitors, yada, yada, yada. You don't know what that means. That's what I'm saying. That's all you need to teach you what I need to just pay me so I can tell you what to do. One or two. B1. Vitamin B1 makes GABA. How many of you know what GABA is? Anybody heard of GABA?
Yep.
GABA is a neurotransmitter. Anybody ever heard GABA-based insulin? Anybody ever heard that GABA activates your memory concentrating hormones? Anybody ever heard that B1 is what makes GABA? All right, so good night, everybody. Listen, you already know how to do everything, GABA. That's it, y'all. Hey. How long ago we saw as a fact that if you never regrow a brain cell, what you lose one? Now we know that every single day you're supposed to grow 700 new brain cells. Shit! How come we don't grow the 700 brain cells every day? Come on.
We stop using our brain.
No, stop that, Marvin. You know that. What is the one thing that stops neurogenesis? Drum roll, please.
Sugar.
Sugar. Sugar stops neurogenesis. That's how sugar causes Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, type 3 diabetes. The brain uses 60% of the body's energy. So if you got some stuff going on with your body's energy, your brain won't feel it. And most of your mitochondria that produces the ATP is in the brain and the heart.
It's not over. Where y'all going? we can't leave without the pancreas secret, the beta cell regrowing secret. We can't leave without the thing that you all came for. You got to sit back down in your seats. You got to warm up a little bit more of that popcorn. We got more work to do here. So Harmaline is the star of the show. See, you were so focused in on the breakdown of type 2 diabetes and trying to understand the basics that we forgot. We cannot highlight a problem without outlining the proposed solution. Now, this harmine is the first ever identified compound to create meaningful growth in the beta cells. Meaningful growth in beta cells. Meaningful regrowth for type 1, type 2, and all forms of diabetes. All forms of diabetes. We are very excited about this thing, and we can't really sing about it, like scream about it enough. I'm not trying to tell people I discovered it. That's why I keep flashing their pictures all over the screen. That's why I keep flashing the videos. You see the guy up there in the upper right-hand corner. You're going to hear from him in just a second, right? But what you're looking at right now is a three-dimensional graph showing a 3-month supplementation, a 3-month dosage of harmine and some accessory compounds and the growth that they've demonstrated versus what the current market standards of beta cell growth are after 90 days. And you look and you see this vastly different. You don't have to be a scientist. You don't have to be a nutritionist, a doctor, or anything. You can look at the one on the bottom and see, oh my God, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do for myself. That's what I want to do for my loved ones. That's what the world needs right now. That's promise. That's hope. That's something that we can sink our teeth in, right? These are the numbers here, right? My name's not Adolfo Garcia, right? My name's not Sarah, right? I don't work at the Stanley Labs. You understand what I'm saying? I'm showing you what the research is. Now, what I did was a matter of botany, chemistry, phycology. That's where I came in and was able to, like I said, go through the soil, go through the grasses, go through the barks, the trees, the oceans, go into the shrubs, go into the leaves, go into the roots, and find all of these compounds, and then take the painstaking time of putting them together in a way where we could get some beneficial results that we also highlighted in the actual documentary when you hear people discuss the herbal compounds that they were using to get benefit, right? These are the very same herbal compounds that we're now talking about here. So that's what the excitement is about. That's what the excitement is about. Like, that's literally what the excitement is about. We're showing you, okay, here's what the lab guys were saying in Big Pharma, but here's what happens with if you go plant-based with this same, instead of going with the chemical version, we go with the plant version, and look what the results are. Look what's been happening. Look what we've been able to do. So that's what we're demonstrating here. I'm hoping that you guys get it. And so this part had to be this part had to be a little bit more turned up because I couldn't let y'all leave. I couldn't let y'all turn off your TV set. I couldn't let you turn off your cell phone, your tablet, your iPad, your MacBook, your device. I couldn't let you turn off your smart device without getting exactly what you came for.
Let's go, Lock. Me and King don't talk, he mad over his bids. But me and King so cracking guns when we was kids. The piece with the magnetic to set it. My family used to run Harlem. It's epigenetic. I had 3 crack spots by 12, like let me work. Plus I like girls in chesty shirts like Hefty Smurf. So listen, when my friends was getting shot, going to prison.
Diabetes is an enormous problem globally and in the United States. 420 million people in the world have diabetes. Approximately a third of the U.S. population has or is at risk for developing diabetes. The chronic complications involve almost every organ. It's the leading cause of blindness in the United States. It's the leading cause of kidney failure. It's the major contributor to heart disease. And if you add all of these things together, diabetes, either directly or indirectly, is probably the second or third most important cause of death in the United States. We need to make advances in the treatment of diabetes.
This one and yeah.
Insulin is the product of normal beta cells. If you had normal beta cells, you'd never need to take insulin or drugs that made you secrete more insulin. So we're trying to simply regrow beta cells in people who have type 1 or type 2 diabetes. 2 or 3 years ago, we identified harmine as a new class of drugs that could make beta cells regenerate at low levels. In this study, we identified a second class of drugs called TGF-beta superfamily inhibitors that's able to induce human beta cells to replicate at rapid rates when given in combination with harmine. And in terms of the actual rates of replication, adult human beta cells replicate at a rate of about 0.2% per day. That's pretty much the same as nothing. With harmine, we were able to get that up to about 2% per day. And now with a combination of harmine plus TGF-beta superfamily inhibitors, we can get that rate up to around 5 to 8% per day. And in some of the pancreatic beta cell preparations we got, it was as high as 15 or 18%. The importance of the study is that it applies to everybody with diabetes, all 30 million people in the United States, whether it's type 1 or type 2, and all 420 million people in the world. 2.5 years ago, we had this many drugs that could make human beta cells regenerate. Now we have actually about 5 or 6 different combinations of drugs that can make human beta cells regenerate at rapid rates. So just in 3 years, we've gone from 0 to 5 to 8%. I would say that over the next few years, this will be translatable to human beings.
This is it. This is right here how Dirk 1A, right? You see Dirk 1A right there? I nicknamed him Dirk Nowitzki. Now, if you got Dirk Nowitzki down there on the low post, this is what's going to happen. Dirk Nowitzki on the low post down there, he going to lock down the whole wing right there if you let Dirk settle down right there. So you got to get Dirk off the post. You got to get Dirk off the block. You got to get Dirk out of there. And the only player that you have that can get Dirk off the block and lock Dirk Nowitzki down is harmine. Harmine got to come off the bench. Enqi harmine. That's Enqi harmine coming off the bench with that Kawhi defense mixed with that LeBron offense. That's what we doing. That's what we doing. And that's how we do it. So hopefully we've sparked your interest. Hopefully you've learned something. And hopefully you continue this research on your own, with your family, with your loved ones, create discussions. It's beautiful. It's not just harmine now able to disrupt Dirk 1A as a beta cell regeneration inhibitor. But also we're looking at the connection between Dirk 1A and melanin, because when harmine inhibits Dirk 1A so that you can regrow beta cells, it actually stops the pancreas from producing melanin. That's a whole nother conversation right there. So on 9/11, we will have that discussion. September 11th, we will have that discussion. September 10th and 11th. And if you're seeing this after, just know you're in the aftermath. You need to go back and do your research. They say diabetes cannot be healed. I say that we have an unreasonable doubt. Let's go, Lock.
King don't talk, he mad over his bids. But me and King sold crack and guns when we was kids. The piece with the magnetic to set it. My family used to run Harlem. It's epigenetic. I had 3 crack spots by 12, like let me work. Plus I like girls in chesty shirts like Hefty Smurf. So listen, when my friends was getting shot, going to prison. At 13 I was a father, my position got different, you see. I taught these little niggas how to G. I learned it wasn't the white man killing niggas, it was me. My image, my likeness, my shine, the brightest. Leading my soldiers to they death like Leonidas on the block. Fiending for fiends to cop you the joker. More than fiends fiend for the rock, worse than the smoker. I had a Lexus, adopted Anna, then had Tony. Then God arranged for us to meet Icto, asked Stoli. He said, listen, I know you was bred to love crime, but you come from an O-negative bloodline. I understand your stance, so I'ma give you one more chance. But you gotta change your life and heal the world with plans.
They say nothing stays the same, man. It's getting kinda strange, it's got you feeling crazy. The situation's life-changing. Say nothing stays the same, man. It's seeming kinda strange, it's got you feeling crazy. The situation's life-changing.
Some fam is talking suicide, others operations and more medicine to survive. If I could loot the sky for dreams, the truth would hide your schemes to crucify my kings and euthanize my queens. We struggle daily against ops, we don't even see them. Saying health is wealth, I reminiscing at a mausoleum ain't even a move, God. We do this too off, spinning in place like this was foosball. We ain't moving forward, wait, nah. Some of us is doing that, some of us align our spiritual up with the truest black. Some will stay 100 through the dark and have your truest back. Even in a skirmish with your brother, some will move, attack, respect, fam. After that, you should respect man. The price of life has gotten deeper than some canned spam. The net of rule is an expression of the science as above, so below. Change your life when you apply that.
They say nothing stays the same, man. It's getting kinda strange, it's got you feeling crazy. The situation's life-changing. Say nothing stays the same, man. It's seeming kinda strange, it's got you feeling crazy. The situation's life-changing. They say nothing stays the same, man. It's getting kinda strange, it's got you feeling crazy. The situation's life-changing. Say nothing stays the same, man. It's seeming kinda strange, it's got you feeling crazy. The situation's life-changing.
Let's go, Lock. Me and King don't talk, he mad over his bids. But me and King sold crack and guns when we was kids. The piece with the magnetic to set it. My family used to run Harlem. It's epigenetic. I had 3 crack spots by 12, like let me work. Plus I like girls in chesty shirts like Hefty Smurf. So listen, when my friends was getting shot, going to prison. At 13 I was a father, my position got different, you see. I taught these little niggas how to G. I learned it wasn't the white man killing niggas, it was me. My image, my likeness, my shine, the brightest. Leading my soldiers to they death like Leonidas on the block. Fiending for fiends to cop you the joker. More than fiends fiend for the rock, worse than the smoker. I had a Lexus, adopted Anna, then had Tony. Then God arranged for us to meet Icto, asked Stoli. He said, listen, I know you was bred to love crime, but you come from an O-negative bloodline. I understand your stance, so I'ma give you one more chance. But you gotta change your life and heal the world with plans.
They say nothing stays the same, man. It's getting kinda strange, it's got you feeling crazy. The situation's life-changing. Say nothing stays the same, man. It's seeming kinda strange, it's got you feeling crazy. The situation's life-changing.
Some fam is talking suicide, others operations and more medicine to survive. If I could loot the sky for dreams, the truth would hide your schemes to crucify my kings and euthanize my queens. We struggle daily against ops, we don't even see them. Saying health is wealth, I reminiscing at a mausoleum ain't even a move, God. We do this too off, spinning in place like this was foosball. We ain't moving forward, wait, nah. Some of us is doing that, some of us align our spiritual up with the truest black. Some will stay 100 through the dark and have your truest back. Even in a skirmish with your brother, some will move, attack, respect, fam. After that, you should respect man. The price of life has gotten deeper than some canned spam. The net of rule is an expression of the science as above, so below. Change your life when you apply that.
They say nothing stays the same as it's getting kinda strange. It's got you feeling crazy. The situation's life changing. Say nothing stays the same as it's seeming kinda strange. It's got you feeling crazy. The situation's life changing. They say nothing stays the same as it's getting kinda strange. It's got you feeling crazy. The situation's life changing. Say nothing stays the same as it's seeming kinda strange. It's got you feeling crazy. The situation's life changing.
Well, I'm from the Bronx, but I live in the D now, of course, with the, Detroit.
You went from the Bronx to Detroit.
Bronx to Detroit. On 58th Street.
You was trying to keep it hood.
I wrote this paper textbook.
It's gonna be a lecture.
This textbook, yeah. So
Go ahead, do it.
You start getting into the herbs.
Daughter had got run over by a car. She was 4 years old, and they said she would never walk again. Her neck was broken, and her back was broken in 3 places of spine. And I kind of took over where the doctors couldn't fill in. The accident happened August 28th. I had her back walking again, maybe that March.
All right, beautiful. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're making this easier, hopefully. Go to 40dayfruitfast.com. When you get to 40dayfruitfast.com, you're going to click on the sign in, right? You see the sign in, or you should see the sign in right there, up to your right hand side. When you click the sign in, it's going to give you these 3 options. Now I know that says $19.99. It's fine. Just click it. It's going to be free. I promise. You see at the top, it's letting you know what the price is. Free. Right? But it's showing you that you're getting a $240 a year membership for free. So that we on the same page. Now you're going to enter in your info. Important thing to notice here, again, is that you won't be asked or prompted to, like, it's not one of those websites where yeah, it's free, and then, but give us your credit card information because we don't plan on charging you. We just we just want to verify that you're a real person by allowing us to, we're gonna debit $1 and refund it and all kind of crazy. No, we're not doing none of that. It's just first name, last name, username, email, password. That's it. Just the bare minimum of what you need to get in, and establish a account so that we can get you into the course as easy as possible. Like, this is super, like, 4th quarter, end of the game. Like, there's 0 time to play around with our health in this space. So we want to make sure that everybody has access to this information. Nobody has an excuse. Like, now everybody could be at home like, we just, like, even in a playing field in an insane way with this, 3 free courses that we're giving away to the public. All right, so after you put your stuff in, this is going to be your sign up screen. You're going to see this screen next. This means you kind of lit. So you're going to go like to your middle of your screen, hit that drop down, go to course, then my courses. And from there, you should see American Healer and The Real You pop up. For the American Healer and then for the Living Biochemistry courses, you will need to be a member of Patreon. But for the Real You, which has 29 one-week classes, yeah, and they all have, each of these courses has a final. So I think the first two courses, the final exam is not that extensive, but the last one, because the last one's testing you on the article and some of the information in the article. That test is going to be insane. That's like a 50 question, 100 question final. Like, that's insane. So I would guess it would take somebody with, like a job or a business and children, a family. I would guess it would take them maybe somewhere around 5 months to finish up the course completely. Somebody else, you got time to just really like focus on it and blow through it, I would say less than a month. Maybe you could do it in a month, so something like that. Maybe not a month. Yeah, I would say maybe if you really lock yourself in, you could probably do it in like 2 months. You could probably do it in like 2 months and really retain the information and study and pass your grade. Like, I think you could do it in like maybe 2 months, 3 months, but on average, maybe 6, something like that. Anyway, thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. If you appreciate the course, definitely give us a Cash App. Definitely, if you can afford to, email us. We would love to receive a $10,000, $20,000, $50,000 or more donation from you via our nonprofit Melanin Diabetes Reach. And then for those of you into crypto, we also are accepting Bitcoin and Ethereum. In fact, here are these are my QR codes. That's the word. My QR codes right there. So peace to the family.